the Education Act of the Philippines, and the goals and objectives of Department of Education. The following are the major legal bases of the Philippine educational system. There are legal bases of Philippine educational system. The present Constitution of the Philippines was approved by the 1986 Constitutional Commission on October 12, 1986, and was proclaimed in force on February 11, 1987. These major legal bases of the Philippine educational system emphasize that every child is entitled to the basic necessities in life, such as food, shelter, and clothing. More than these physiological needs has to be attended, it is the responsibility of the parents, together with the full support and assistance of the state, to provide the children with quality education, as expressed in the Article 14 in the Philippine Constitution. It is also emphasized that children and youth with special needs include those who are gifted with advanced knowledge and skills on one hand. They need education and training different from those given to ordinary children. They need special programs that would further enhance their unusual mental and physical capacities to make this beneficial to them and to their family and community. Education in the Philippines has undergone several stages of development from the pre-Spanish times to the present. In meeting the needs of the society, education serves as focus of emphasis or priorities of the leadership at certain periods in our national struggle as a race. A highly centralized public school system was installed in 1901 by the Philippine Commission by virtue of Act No. 74. In 1947, by virtue of Executive Order No. 94, the Department of Instruction was changed to Department of Education. During this period, the regulation and supervision of public and private schools belonged to the Bureau of Public and Private Schools. In 1972, it became the Department of Education and Culture by virtue of Proclamation 1081 and the Ministry of Education and Culture in 1978 by virtue of PD No. 1397. The Education Act of 1982 created the Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports, which later became the Department of Education, Culture and Sports in 1987 by virtue of Executive Order No. 117. The structure of DECs, as embodied in EO No. 117, has practically remained unchanged until 1994 when the Commission on Higher Education or CHED and 1995 when the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA were established to supervise tertiary degree programs and non-degree technical vocational programs, respectively. In August 2001, Republic Act 9155, otherwise called the Governance of Basic Education Act, was passed, transforming the name of the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, or DACS, to the Department of Education, or DepEd. In the 1973 Philippine Constitution, in Article 14, it says that the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. To make such education accessible to all, the Section 8.5 says that the state shall maintain a system of free public elementary education and in areas where finances permit, establish and maintain a system of free public education at least up to the secondary level. Goals and objectives of Department of Education. The DepEd vision states that we dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country. The DepEd's vision is more than just the end goal of a plan. It is a dream, a wish, a prayer, what we fervently hope for, and what we diligently work towards. By envisioning, DepEd begins to fulfill the mandate and responsibilities as teachers and do our duty as Filipinos. DepEd wanted to develop learners who are true citizens and patriots, who have strong desire to serve their country and work for its betterment and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. The Department of Education believed that through education we can do two things: inculcate the values and develop the necessary competencies deemed necessary and desirable to ensure a lifelong learning. As a learner-centered institution, we want them to know how to improve themselves and realize their dreams, while keeping in mind and heart their love for the country and care for fellow men, maximizing the endowment of skills and talents, not for selfish gain, but to contribute to building a nation that every Filipino deserves. In Section 17, under Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, mandates that the state to give priority to education. In order to fulfill the DepEd's mission, they formulate, implement, and coordinate policies, plans, programs, and projects in areas of formal and non-formal basic education. The DepEd ensures that students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment, where teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner, and family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learners. Education is significant to each one of us. When we learn and explore, we are educating our minds and potentials to help build a resilient and harmonious nation that we dream. As teachers, we should always inculcate to our students the importance of knowledge and character so that in near future, they would be good citizens in our country.